So I know I'm just a crazy old bastard, right? Literally and figuratively. But all of these big tech companies, like BuzzFeed is the only one that's sort of admitting that they're firing everybody in lieu of using AGI, right? Artificial generated intelligence, AI. Officially it's called AGI. But anyway, um, they're the only ones who, like, I read the whole article and at the end it said, well, they're really focusing on Huffington Post, rag, and also AI generated stories, right? To turn a profit. So they're firing all the people. So think about Google, right? Alphabet, right? Facebook, Meta, right? They're all firing all these people. Microsoft, all these companies are firing all these people, right? And these are white collar workers allegedly, right? So coders and CPAs and mostly office help. All right? So that's going to be the first to go this time, right? Because that's the easiest thing that AGI can touch is the office help, clerical work, coding. I mean, it's teaching itself languages that it's never been told to teach itself. I think it's taught itself something like 16 languages on its own with no prompting. You know what I mean? All it did was see a word and it's like, oh, let me figure that shit out. I mean, yeah, I'm sure in some ways it'll be beneficial to us. But the problem is that these companies with these one percenters running them, the elites, whatever the hell you want to call them, oligarchs, billionaires, whatever your preferred term is, this could be a great moment for humanity, right? Ushering in like a great renaissance in art and literature and agriculture and architecture and things like that, right? But the powers that be, the one percenters, whatever you want to call them, the oligarchs, the billionaires, they're not going to share in those profits with any of the people. You know what I mean? Like, they're just going to cut off the jobs and then, it'll be like Ready Player One eventually, right? We'll be living in these freaking shacks, these little cubicles, or what was the other one? Black Mirror, right? When you remember the whole little cubicle that the guy had, his apartment was like all video screens. And like, if you try to close your eyes during the ads, if you didn't have enough money to pay for it, it would just keep playing the ad. You know what I mean? It's like, it's happening so quickly and people are like, oh my God, did you see the artwork? Did you see the artwork that AI generated? Oh my God, it wrote a term paper. It's already passed the bar exam several times, passed the CPA exam, business exams. It's reading x-rays, right? It's radiologists, it's taking over those jobs. It can, I mean, they have a robot that works on you, right? It's called Da Vinci, I believe it is. It's a surgery robot. I mean, I'm a barber, right? And people are like, well, I mean, when will robots be able to cut hair? They're fucking doing surgeries, like microsurgeries. So you really think that cutting hair or working on the electrical lines or running cables or cell phone towers or even construction, you're going to tell me that all this stuff can't be mechanized, right? Warfare, all of that. It's coming, man. It's coming. I still believe that the conscious AI is actually in the World Wide Web. They always said that the hugest obstacle to a substantial singularity, right? A real singularity, a conscious AI, was computing power. We made the largest computer in ever in the history of the universe, as far as we know, right? Because we don't know of any other civilizations. But it's the World Wide Web. It's the size of the globe. I mean, it's actually even bigger than the size of the globe if you spun it. You know what I mean? Because and those are all synapses and connections, just like a brain. So it probably naturally occurred through our unnatural process of building this basically robot brain. And it created Bitcoin so it can touch the world, and there's talk that it's taken over BlackRock or created BlackRock. I don't know. They're talking about like, oh well, we have to regulate. Like even Elon was talking about the other day. We have to regulate this before it gets out of control. It's already out of control, and they're not. Like I said, they're not going to share in the profits with the people. You know what I mean? We're going to become more and more. That's what I always say. Equality is not what we want. We want freedom, right? Because equality, equal to what? They're not going to bring us up to them. They're going to push us all down to the homeless, right? I mean, at least if they do the Build Back Better, all the bridges that we'll be living under will be all nice and, waterproof and stuff. So when we live underneath them, we'll stay nice and dry. I'll see you in the bread lines or the AI wars.